and is wrapped around the waist before the ends are tied. Typically, these obis are what we call marubi or fukuro obi. Marubis are fully decorated throughout the entire length of the obi, whereas fukuro obis are only partially decorated in areas where the obi can be seen from the outside. There is a portion in the middle where it is single colored and not decorated. The purpose of the obi is essentially to hide the strings used to tie the kimono. We did all the kimono dressing backstage this time due to the time and modesty constraints, and it suffices to say that there are no hooks, no zips, clips on the kimono. Everything is put in place and tied with strings. These strings obviously need to be covered, and hence the development of the obi. The accessories also function to hide the tools needed to make the obi. The obiach is to hide the makura or pillow, to create the mount on the top so that the obi has a 3D feel to it. And finally, the obijime, literally the string to tie the obi, is the final and only piece that keeps the entire obi in place. These accessories are essential parts of wearing a kimono, and in total you will need a minimum of 13 items to put on one kimono. Depending on the material they make, the formality, the gorgeous factor of each kimono, they can range from 4,000 to 40,000 for each kimono. The obi alone costs the same, sometimes even more expensive than the kimono itself. Typically, the mother will start to save money to buy the daughter's wedding kimono set from the day the baby is born, because typically it will cost up to 2 million yen, which is converted to RM 80,000 ringgit. The tying techniques of the obi for young ladies is completely freestyle. We call this kawari musubi. After the basic wrap around the body, the ladies are using a very special tool called the 3-ju himo, the 3-layer string. Prior to the invention of this string, all obis had to be made into a knot, and many other strings required to make the ribbons and the folds for a more elaborate obi style. With this 3-ju himo, we no longer have to tie the obi, which means we have more length of the obi to create even more folds and styles to give us the creative freedom to make hundreds of obi styles. Ladies and gentlemen, while we are putting on the finishing touches for the ladies of our top three, just a short history of the obi. It used to be a simple sash only about 10 inches wide, worn low around the stomach like the samurai men. Oiran kept women began to wear them in front, and as a decorative item, the geishas in the entertainment and artists of the Edo period soon caught on to this, and while they can still wear them at the front, they found it too troublesome to entertain in the front, so they started wearing them at the back, usually flowing so that they can show the beautiful patterns. The practice of making obi as beautiful with embroidery, gold threads, came about when the maidens of the rich merchant class started copying the geisha style. In order to show their wealth, the obis began to grow wider, and wider means more material and time needed to make these elaborate items, and hence making it more expensive. gentlemen, let's give a special round of applause to all the ladies from the Pink Hibiscus Club. They are working very hard to help all the finalists, and now even with the top 3 on stage, putting on the OB. Very committed. Thank you so much for supporting our event, ladies. Arigatou gozaimasu. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3 finalists on the stage, our top 3, showing you guys the OB